onions, and perhaps a carrot. A big, juicy carrot. No, you don't usually stuff swans with vegetables. They don't absorb much of the flavor, so maybe not. But yes, a big, juicy carrot. Yum, yum.
That's great. Great. So, let's pour us another drink. So, tell me yours while I pour our drinks, which is taking longer than I thought it would. Tell me yours as your drink. What's the national drink of Afghanistan?
The national drink is semen. Sorry, my English not very good. I meant apple juice.
Have you polished an apple?
Yes, in a very sexy manner.
Oh, tell me, what was your name again, sweetie?
My name is Björk because that is what my name is. Björk Smith.
Shall we get down to business?
Wouldn't you like to slip into something a little more comfortable?
But I'm comfortable right where I am.
Well, in Afghanistan, it is customary for women to wear specific items of clothing.
Ooh, sounds kicky.
Yes, very kinky. Specifically, a pair of Wellingtons, a sock on the right hand, and a Churchill scarf. Yes, I think that would do.
Well, if it makes you happy, I'll slip into the boudoir. Would you like to come and rummage around in the dark with me?
I think I will stay here and do some warm-up stretches.
I'll be right back.
Hello, are you outside? Okay, let me let you in. Let's find this damn tape and get out of here. More bottles of poutine. Loads of statues of the Virgin Mary. And potatoes. We've got it all, really.
What? Are those voices I hear out there?
Yes, I am just practicing my dirty talk. It's much harder in English than in Afghanistani,
Wellingtons! What are Wellingtons for?
because things are going to get quite wet. Oh, she's coming. Quick, hide.
Here I am! You're alive!
Did I say a Churchill scarf?
Yes, you did.
Sorry, I meant Trinity Hall.
Oh, well, it makes you happy. How are those stretches coming along?
Yes, very good, very stretchy, stretchy.
Oh, what fantastic legs you've got! Very womanly legs! In a very sexy, manly way! Oh, be right back!
What is wrong with you? I don't know, right? Let's just find this tape.
Oh, I found a drawer full of knickers and bras. And is this a dildo?
Richie would understand tape. I found that quite sweet if I wasn't so scarred and horrified.
Dorothy! I'm delivering a come and you're not! Just leaving my data out!
I cannot wait, my sweet whale.
I'm Martin Guilty! I found them! Oh! He's left a single giant shoe behind! I will find your sweet prince!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, undergraduates and overgraduates, fellows and felons, it is my pleasure to announce to you the opening of the final session of hustings for the role of master. Elections are in less than a week's time, so this is your final chance to find out what the candidates have to say on a number of issues submitted by you. In the grand tradition of magisterial hustings, I would like to remind you all that there is a 2-for-1 deal on bottles of Carver at the bar.
Yay!
And on a serious note, on behalf of catering, I would like to remind you all that there is to be no chundering on the carpeted area after 6 p.m. Now, I would like to introduce you to your host for this evening, completing his entire undergraduate degree in English using a single haiku poem. This man went on to edit the college magazine Winston, making it so wildly popular with MCR and JCR alike that in exam terms it had to be banned. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. David Frost.
Too bad. Has he always been black? Good evening. Here I have a set of questions for both Mr. Pixon and Mr. Orson. Mr. Orson has made it very clear in his manifesto that he's basically going to keep everything entirely the same, apart from electrifying the Hepworth and drug-proofing the porter's wash. On the other hand, Mr. Pixon has been very vague about what his policies are, so my questions to him will be to illuminate exactly what they are.
Oh boy, I'm going to have quite a sweat.
Well, my first question is to you, Mr. Orson. You see, as master, it is very important for you to be able to perform complex operations while also being pelted by other people's problems. So my question to you is this. Are you willing to perform a life-saving operation on a yak while being pelted by cats?
Bring forth the yak.
In the meantime, very vague about what your policies are going to be. In particular,
Well, I was recorded telling one of my aides that when I become master, I will certainly ban the Pan Weekly music event. But the recording shut off before I went on to say, but that would be totally wrong. So, in answer to your question, the fate of Pav is certainly something nobody needs to ever concern themselves about.
Mr. Pixon, would you or would you not ban cats?
Well, you see, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question, because if I were to answer that question, I would be repeating myself. And I certainly do not repeat myself, because if I answered that question, I would be repeating myself.
Okay. Well, at least Mr. Orson has given a clear answer that he is indeed able to perform a complex operation on a yak while being pelted by cans.
I thank you.
Well, I guess that brings me on to my second question. My second question to you is this. You see, in the role of master, it is very important to be able to work with other colleges and accept their hospitality, regardless of how bizarre or peculiar they may be. And I have it on good authority that at Peterhouse, they enjoy a mixture of Bailey's, Coke, vodka, and Pinot Grigio. So my question to you is, are you willing to drink this mixture of Bailey's, Coke, vodka, and Pinot Grigio, all while drinking in a dignified and respectful manner?
How could I refuse? I don't actually know what's in this.
Well, indeed. Now, Mr. Dixon, this brings us to the very, very important issue of certain pamphlets that were distributed, which apparently came from the office of Simon Orson. But strangely enough, Orson was spelled A-W-E instead of O-R-R. And Mr. Orson has proved to the satisfaction of the dean that they did not come from his office. So my question to you is, where did they come from?
Have you considered the possibility that these pamphlets may in fact be double-faked? So that they were pretending, so that Simon Orson made them pretend to come from me, but actually they can't pretend, so he made them pretend to come from him. They didn't come from me, but they come from him. If you follow what I'm saying. It's very plausible.
Very, very plausible. So are you saying that Simon Orson would have created intentionally damaging pamphlets in order to discredit it?
I'm saying that he double-faked them, yes.
I'd like to deny those accusations and any other quadruple, sextuple, or octuple, or any other 2n-tuple related things that you can come up with.
Well, I guess my next question would be, seeing as you've finished your strange concoction, that as master, you'll be needed to entertain foreign dignitaries from time to time, and sometimes their customs can be, how can I say, strange. So, are you willing to take these 8 women and these pair of stilts?
Yes, everyone in their house, on the floor, knock it.
Yes, Basti, the tab. You'll never replace Winston. We shall fight you to the beaches.
This has nothing to do with that. We have evidence which Richard Hickson attempted to hide from the dean, uncovered by a coalition of TCS, Basti, and the town. And TCS said coalition, to be fair.
What evidence?
Look, this clearly has Richie and Belinda's hand-picture on it. This is a personal possession, and as the senior tutor, I do not see why I should be forced to yield my... Just give it back.
Now, Richard, come now. Come here. I don't see the harm in it. It may indeed contain some evidence that would destroy your bid to become master.
I don't think it does.
But on the other hand, it could contain some excellent retro path tunes. In anticipation, I declare an emergency plan. What you can.
Is this the tape recorder you see before me?
It is.
Where are our dancers? Normally dancers are technical from past. Frost, play the tape.
Thursday, 21st October, 1972. Meeting with the committee to re-elect Richard Hickson. Right, let's just run over what we decided to do last meeting. We're going to go ahead with the banning power policy, although we'll replace it with things called supervisions, which will be supervisions but have the word pad in it. Furthermore, the breaking into the Port of Law will be committed this Saturday. The college will be deserted because everyone will be a thin line. Now, let's get down to business. What does everyone think about producing a pamphlet saying that Simon Orson is going to ban windows in college?
red is not illegal.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Fuck you.
Right, Panto.
Richard, this may be an unconventional course of action to perform on a senior member of staff, but you are hereby deemed.
No, I won't let you. Holding my scary remote. If I press the red button, Churchill College's driving nuclear missiles will be launched. Trinity and Claire both have nuclear submarines in the camp. They'll be forced to retaliate. The nuclear reactor at New Hall will go critical. There'll be Cambridge-wide annihilation. I think Girton will probably be fine. Shut up, Simon! I've wanted to be master for so long, and you just come along here with your dividend matter and your hilarious emails. I just try thinking of cutting it all away. It's mine. The mastership is mine.
Richard, I think you should put down the control.
Shut up! I'm the master now. You've had your turn. You've had your turn. I'm the master now.
Please, Mr. Pixon, think of all the people who'd be killed. There must be at least 1,000 living at St. John's alone.
You can't justify killing all those people, but the destruction of the whole of Cambridge. If nothing else, think of Churchill College. This beautiful, due fortune, educational light would be destroyed forever.
Please, Mr. Dixon, don't go about the college. What would Mr. Churchill say?
What would Mr. Churchill say about what? I don't know. But I might have just launched a nuclear annihilation which will consume the world in fiery death.
Oh, no! No! There never were any missiles! We decommissioned them in 1963 after the incident. Now they're just all cardboard, like tridents. It's very difficult to launch cardboard missiles from submarines because they get soggy. Yes. We shouldn't tell the Russians, though.
Winston Churchill's ghost! I've never noticed! Winston Churchill's ghost!
Well, of course he's here. He always tends to turn up when you ask the question, what would Winston Churchill do? Have you never asked that question before? God, it really is a good thing that you're not going to become master, isn't it?
Well, I think we can all agree on that. Dean, take this man away and give him highly inconvenient supervision time for the rest of his time here. Well, I guess that's not much of a leadership contest. Now the only opposition candidate has just been deemed. I may as well bring my retirement party forward to this weekend, anyway. Considering I've ordered 2 times 10 to the 8 times more pizza than originally intended, everyone in college is invited. Without further ado, I declare that Simon Awesome is the new master of Churchill College.
I thank you all, and as I've said, everything's going to remain pretty much exactly the same. Although, we do need a new head porter.
Oh, well, if you insist. I already have the hat, although my emails might need condensing.
Now, somebody say emergency pause.
sent from first year Nazis. They'll all have lectures.
This is very good.
It is good, alright? Knock knock.
Who's there?
Venice.
Venice who? Oh, you've paused.
Richard, I'm so glad that you're punishment. Oh, excuse me, I'm not getting the welfare pigeonhole. We've just been stopped up.
Fuck off! I'm gonna fuck her brains out.
No, who's there? Venice who?
Venice, this door going to open.
Wait!